Hello friends. Now let us take up the concept number 4.5, compound conditions. This is the second important and relevant concept for the selection control statements. As you know, with all these selection statements, we define a condition. The condition may be simple or complex. Now you know that the condition should be a Boolean condition. Boolean condition means the result is either true or false. False. And sometimes it is complex. Then we have to define compound conditions. For that purpose, we may use either conditional logical AND or conditional logical OR, Boolean logical AND or Boolean logical OR. While writing these statements, should be very careful. You have to think twice. If you commit any mistake and all that, it may not be syntax error and it is a logical error. All logical errors and runtime errors are like having a snake, poisonous snake in home. When it bites, you do not know. It may bite, may not bite. So that's why always be careful while writing these statements. So here I give you two examples how we have to write and all that. The first one is one NGO gives some stipend to the people, poor people of age group of 5 to 15 or above 65 years or more. Now, for this purpose, you have to define a condition. Then, how you define is greater than or equal to 5 and is less than or equal to 15. Here and you should not write or. For more clarity sake, you may write parenthesis like this. So first part is defined. Age is greater than or equal to 5 and age is less than or equal to 15. And one more group is there. Now or what is that group? Age greater than or equal to 65. In this manner, where we have to use and where we have to use or, we have to carefully decide. Twice you have to think of and then do that. Otherwise, if you have any doubt, then you can write a small test program and give different inputs to that and manually test it and satisfy yourself. Then you have to incorporate this statement in the corresponding program. And one more example also I am giving. Here, male candidates, employability criteria, male candidates of age 20 years or more and marks percentage 60% or more are eligible. As far as female candidates are concerned, some concession is there. What is that? 18 years or more and 50% or more. So now we have to write a simple compound condition. Just apply your brain. Now the condition is like this: age is greater than or equal to 20. For the clarity's sake, I am putting parenthesis. Just you must remember that. Before that, I forgot one thing. Now, sex is equal to M. Sex is equal to M. That means he is male. He should be male and age is greater than or equal to 20 and marks greater than or equal to 60. So this is male group, is a male and sex is tested and we represent capital M for male and age is greater than equal to or equal to 20 and marks percentage greater than or equal to 60. Then let us come to other group. Other group, sex is equal to F. Okay, now and next one age is greater than or equal to 18 and marks greater than or equal to 50. Now you see, in this manner you have to write. This is much simple. So in real time environments, you have to write much complex, big compound statements. You have to write. Then you have to apply your brain. Your aptitude is very core. Otherwise, if you have any doubt and all that, don't implement it. You write a simple test program, and what are the probable inputs applicable to that? You apply all of them, all the inputs you give. Then only you realize that that is working. Whenever you feel that it is working properly, then you incorporate it in the corresponding program. Now, let us consider a demo on the compound conditions. Actually, you must take it as a practice. Whatever concept you study, immediately you work out one or more programs on them. And one more thing I am telling you, don't limit to my programs because all my programs are solved one. You imagine if you stretch over your brain, then you can get so many domains. If you want to sing a song, there are plenty of songs. If you don't have intentions to sing, you cannot find songs. Okay, so you find out the relevant examples, imagine and write programs. Then only you become a real proficient programmer and you start enjoying the programming. Once you start enjoying the programming, that stage will come at one point of time. Then you never tired. If you want to spend just 2 hours on today, it may be for 5 hours also. It may be extended to 5 hours without your intention automatically because there you are enjoying. Always make it as a practice. And now you see, in this demo, I am giving, I am entering three different integer values, and I am finding min, mid, and max and writing them in ascending order. So that is the demo, and here you see A, B, C, three integer values, min, max, and mid. I have defined totally 6 variables, and using command line arguments, I am giving inputs args0, args1, args2. I think I need not explain about them. And now let us come to the compound statements. First, I assumed A is minimum because every run we are giving different integer values. You can assume A is minimum, then that is that. When B is minimum instead of A, B is less than A, and you can write a boolean logical and also here, and B is less than C, and then B is less than A and B is less than C, definitely minimum is B, not A. Next, if C is less than A and C is less than B, definitely C is the minimum. In that way, you can write for minimum. Same logic you can apply for max also. You assumed A is max. When B is max, if B is greater than A and B is greater than C, B is max. When C is max, C is greater than A and C is greater than B, max is C. Okay, then we have decided we are evaluating which is minimum and which is maximum. Then mid, you have to think differently. Then assume that A is mid. When B is mid, then you have to think differently. When B is neither max, neither min, nor max, then B is mid. Now we see how you define that. B is neither not equal to min. Already we have defined. B is neither min nor max. This is the way whatever you think of, you must be in a position to translate into computer language instruction. Understand? That is the real challenge. So that's why you should have perfect command over each and every concept. Then only you write that. Then mid is B. Next, when is mid is C? C is not min and C is not max. Mid is C. Now you are able to find min, max and mid. Then write them in ascending order. First min, mid, max. Then you can write that. In this manner, you have to write applications. This is what I call tool-wise concept. Because if you want to become a mechanic, first thing is you have to open the toolbox and take up each and every tool. What is its functionality? What are its limitations? All that you have to learn. First, you learn the features and functionalities as well as limitations of each and every tool. Then you can start your mechanism. Then a domain comes, because every client gives a different problem. He defines it very abstractly. Suppose if it is a vehicle repair, it tells that it is consuming more oil, it is making more noise, and sometimes it stops abruptly. Like that, he complains. He cannot define about the problem technically. So once you learnt all the features and functionalities as well as limitations of each and every tool in the toolkit, then next phase is you focus on different type of problems. Thereafter, which set of tools are useful for resolving the problem, you can understand. So this is exactly similar. Learning language is like that. So first, now we are in the state of learning about all the tools, all the elements of the language. Then don't think of domains. Few domains I introduce, but those are simple domains. Okay. After understanding a set of tools, set of elements, you can take up a project and then you can solve that. Then only you can gain domain oriented knowledge also.